In this morning. Now, as content consumption is moving online, there's rising internet penetration, there's falling costs of data. How are you seeing the overall growth of digital platforms and of OTT?
You know, digital platforms and OTT are the new channels of distribution of music and consumption of music. And till Carvaan came along, it was a firm belief in the trade that these are going to be the principal channels of distribution of music. But all said and done, these are very important channels, and that is where we are focusing. And that is also now reflected in the fact that the consumption through these channels for our music has gone up multifold in the last few quarters.
So, Mr. Goenka, for your company in specific, you've been a major player in OTT for a few years now, but the competition is heating up. There are companies who are competing with global digital music firms as well, like yours, the likes of Spotify and Hungama. Do you see the competitive landscape growing, and how do you plan to grow your OTT platform, Saregama Classic?
You know, for us, each of these OTT platforms is a channel to distribute our own music. Each of them help us generating our revenues. Each of them help us to actually take our music to the end consumer. So for us, they are the means through which we get to the end, that is the consumer. And they're important for us as we are for them. Having said that, Saregama Classic is a limited platform. It has got classical music. It has appealed to a certain section of the audience. But for us, what becomes a greater channel for distribution of our music, which is not in the digital format, is Carvaan. And this year we will be close to somewhere between 9 and 10 lakh unit sales of Carvaan. And the very fact that people are consuming music non-digitally, it shows, and it's technology enabled. So it's a disruptor in a way, and it's a new avenue for people to consume music.
Right. Sanjiv, you also own 3,000 hours of Tamil content in serials. Have you monetized this by selling it to any of the OTT players?
No, the content that we have Tamil content has been made for Sun, but what we are doing for other players is Hindi films, and we've got 6 of our films on Netflix right now. We've got a contract with another major OTT platform for 12 films for this financial year, and there'll be more of these deals coming on, more such films. And so this is going to be a new avenue for business for us.
Okay. Also, Carvaan contributed about 50% of your total sales and about 40% in terms of margins. Now, this is portable digital audio player has, turned out to be a disruptor in that sense. What kind of future growth do you have in mind for Carvaan when it comes to the total pie of revenues?
Carvaan is clearly, of course, as you said rightly, it is a disruptor. So far, it's in the 14, 15, 18, 20 metros and sub-metros. Now the challenge is going to be to take it to rural India, where we believe an explosion is waiting to happen. We have to take it to international markets. We have to take it to USA. We have to take it to UK. We have to take it to Malaysia. We have to take it to every country that has an Indian origin population. And these are all markets which can be very strong for us. We are focusing on the India market. Now we are going to focus on rural India in addition to urban India and the international markets. You will see more and more variants of Carvaan. You will see more customized Carvaans coming out. And once we know that the product and the concept is a hit, there is no end to imagination and innovation. And next week or in the next 15 days, we'll be launching a new variant, which to my mind is a very exciting variant of Carvaan.
So you're sounding incredibly confident there on future growth prospects, and also expectations are that you'll see very aggressive growth going forward as well, reaping the benefit of Carvaan volumes in particular. So what kind of volume growth do you see for Carvaan if we were to put some numbers to it, and how much would that help to bolster financials?
You know, I wouldn't like to really talk about targets or numbers, but yes, I would admit that they are quite aggressive. Quite aggressive.
You also re-entered the Hindi film music production space. What made you venture back into that particular area, into music production?
Quite honestly, there was a period in the Hindi film industry which was shrouded by a certain kind of opacity in dealings, and we felt we didn't want to be a part of that. Now, with more and more digitalization, more and more wireless, more and more OTT-led distribution, with more and more multiplexes, a different breed of filmmakers who are wired differently, we do believe the space is good. You can now actually track music consumption. There is no such thing as piracy anymore. So music cassettes and CDs being pirated was a way of life. Today, digitally, you can't really pirate. And therefore, we feel the time is ripe for us to re-enter. I mean, the first big banner we re-signed was Vidhu Vinod Chopra, and we launched the music of Ek Ladki Ko Dekha To Aisa Laga. You will see more. Total Dhamal is our music. You will see more and more of this. And so you will have new audio films, and we plan to spend about 200 crores over the next couple of years on acquisition of new Hindi film audio rights. So you will see that as a major revenue stream. You will see Carvaan as a revenue stream. You will see films as a revenue stream, and you will see OTT platforms as a fourth revenue stream. So all in all, I think things are looking good, and I feel fairly confident.
Yes, indeed, you sound that. Mr. Goenka, what exactly is your outlook then in terms of your capex growth for the film production division? That's Ural Films. You know, you monetize these films through cable and satellite and exclusive sales platforms like Amazon Prime. So what are the other platforms and what are the future growth plans?
I'm not saying Amazon Prime or ABC. I'm saying no such thing. All I'm saying is 6 of our films are currently available on Netflix, and we have signed a deal with another major OTT platform to produce 12 films for them in the coming year, 1920. The first few of which are almost ready, and there will be more of these. And so it's a rotating investment. So what you've invested today, in 3 months you're realizing, what you've invested then you're realizing another 3 months later. So really it's not like a huge big amount of money, but yes, the first lot of films we did was with completely unknown stars. The next lot will be with slightly more known stars, and what you will also see going ahead is us venturing into serials. So for the OTT platforms like the Netflix or Amazon Primes or Hotstars or whatever have you, you will see us producing serials of 9, 10, 12, 13 episodes. And we haven't got down to doing the first one, but very soon we will.
Right. You know, the company is also chalked out an aggressive growth path, and, you know, analysts are upbeat on the profit and revenue projections. What is it that you yourself are penciling in?
I don't really want to give numbers, I mean, and it's neither percentages nor absolute, but all I can say is that this year has been a huge growth over last year, and the next year we expect to be a significant growth over this large or larger base of this year.
Thank you so much.